major announcement. Now, I had a lot of conversations yesterday, and I understand that I basically called out a ton of brokers, and I bet nobody was safe, and every single person in the industry got called out. And there was some contention there about what I may or may not have said. So I just want to say to everybody that I offended, or to anybody that I may have rubbed the wrong way, that I apologize. To fucking none of you, line up, take this ass whooping, and get back in line. You got to stop fucking apologizing to the brokers. Kiss my ass. All right. Now, good morning, everybody. Let's get to the PPI report. Are we cool? Are we good? Does somebody wanted me to fucking apologize? I'll show you an apology. Said I'm gonna get Roy tight and hit him with a grand morning. Zeus, good morning to you, bro. But I love these guys.
I was about to say something funny, but that was it.
What were you gonna say? Let's see if you got a better shot than Zeus, or is it just not as funny?
I was just gonna say, what's it called? You were about to line the brokers up and make them pucker up.
No, bro, don't ever say some shit like that again. None of that is happening. All right. I'm gonna just call them out. I know I rubbed some people the wrong way. Good. Okay. That was my fucking intention. Now, did I really create a separate report for the PPI report so I can summarize this in a much easier to understand way so I can provide all of you an unbelievable amount of value this morning? The answer is yes, of course. Am I going to live trade today, and are there a ton of good opportunities lining up? Yes, of course. Do we have a Fed meeting later, which is basically like Christmas for me? Of course. And also, did I make this thumbnail myself? The answer is yes. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if this thumbnail is top notch. Look at this. Yeah, I got Jerome Powell hitting the, what? I don't really know what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat if this thumbnail is top tier. I made this myself. I'll just be honest with you guys. My guy was out there. He you know what I'm saying? He just was not responding, and we had to get it out. And so I made that. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Yo, Devin Pascavage, what do you mean by that, bro?
Yo, son, what? I'm not even gonna read that out loud, bro. You gotta go. No, son, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I was wondering the same damn thing. I was like, what?
I wasn't wondering that at all. He says Powell was my second father. Yo, goddamn, son.
Yo. Off to a hot start this morning, fam.
Bro, we are off to a good start. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let's go through the PPI report. So you guys know that the producer price index is basically an inflation measure for producers. So if CPI tracks the changes in the prices of goods and services for consumers, PPI tracks the changes in the price of goods and services for producers. So let's take a look at this. There were some winners and some losers. Here's the main point. The services and on the production side that saw the highest increases, and this is actually nuts. I was just talking to the guys about this. The chicken eggs prices surged by 60% in November. That's unbelievable. Electric power also went up by 1.5%. So you guys know food, energy, and shelter are the highest expenses for most households. So you're throwing electric power, eggs, which is a staple in most households. Those are still going up. On the services side, we have traveler accommodation services, which I'm not really sure what that means. I'm just going to be completely honest. But final demand since November has gone up about 4%. So there's still a lot of travel. And people didn't expect as much travel, but we have Thanksgiving in November. So that could have led to some of that seasonality of why traveler accommodations are still going up, even though we're past the summer and we haven't hit the holidays yet. Gross rents for retail properties, a 4.5% increase, contributed to over 40% of the rise in the index for service of intermediate demand. So 4.5% increase in gross rents for retail properties. Retail properties. So if you wanted to go open up a shop today, a storefront, you'd be paying 4.5% more than you were the month before. That's a huge increase in just 1 month. Those with the lowest increases, gas prices fell by 4%. We've all seen that, but also we've talked about how Joe Biden was releasing oil from the strategic petroleum reserves to bring down inflation so he can get reelected, because high gas prices don't get people reelected. And then we have processed poultry, industrial chemicals, jet fuel, and liquefied petroleum gas. No one cares. Automobile retailing margin. Well, I say nobody cares, but I'm not a nuclear scientist. Maybe you are. I'm never gonna come across liquefied petroleum gas. Maybe I will. I mean, who knows? Automobile retailing margins. So used cars, just total profit margin. Truck transportation of freight. Prices decreased by 0.6%. So not too great. So long story short, eggs went up, power went up, travel and gross rents went up for retail. Cool. Yo, everybody's saying pure art. All right. Bro, I'm about to fire the thumbnail guy. I'm making all the thumbnails. And side note, I also made the thumbnail for the 2 p.m. call. Let's just be real. I made two. See some fucking lives. See this one too. We got different angles of Jay Powell. We got fucking Jay Powell getting put on blast, having to justify himself in front of Congress. And then we have Jerome Powell telling the reporter to mind his fucking business, telling him, look, buddy, I'll fucking answer it when I answer it. Two different versions of Jerome Powell. Which one are we going to see today? The shut your mouth, I'll tell you what the economy is doing, or the fuck, you caught me. This is really what we're going to be looking at for later. So now we see the PPI report. Is this positive or negative for Jerome Powell? To be honest, yesterday's CPI report, it was exactly as expected, and so there's no change based on Jerome Powell's expectations. But let's talk about the Fed meeting real quick while the market opens. Keep in mind, I'm looking for a long position at the 88.6. Long position here, 88.6. Okay, we'll be patient to see price push through. If that's not the case and prices were tracing all the way back down, then we could potentially see a retest of yesterday's highs. So I'll go here and then continuation. In that case, what I would do is I would draw a fib from the body of this candle to this wick right here, find the 88.6, and take this thing all the way home. Says Roy, we're either eating lobster or ramen today. Not a big fan of ramen, regardless. Lobster, not too filling either. So here's what I'm gonna say: it's either the Maldives or McDonald's. There's only two. We're either going to the Maldives or we're going back to McDonald's today. Okay. And obviously that's a joke because no news event should have a significant impact on your P&L unless you're literally a clown. If it's your first week trading, you can make mistakes like that. If you're still blowing your money on CPI and NFP as if you can't look at the fucking calendar, you deserve to blow your money until you learn. Okay? Nobody should have any excuse. I'm not going to sit here and justify it for you. Oh, it's perfectly okay. The mistake I made 2 days ago being sick, I don't care how sick I am, not an acceptable thing to do. I'm not sitting here trying to justify it either. So if you guys are already kind of in this mindset, and I know it was a joke, but for those of you guys who are not joking about this, if anybody thinks that it's funny to blow your money on news days or to gamble on news days, you're out of your fucking mind. It's the easiest day to manage risk because you could have a similar stop loss as usual, much wider TP. It's that simple. But timing is a big deal when it comes to news. If you enter too early, you're going to get crushed. If you enter too late, you're going to get crushed. Timing is important. Like, Roy, what's the right time to enter a trade? Phase 3. If you guys know, see, this is the thing about the NAS 100 masterclass. Some people were saying it wasn't worth this, wasn't worth that. I'm going to show you how the heartbeat model works on news trading. And you didn't only just learn how to master NAS, you just learned how to trade news, which is $1 million course. And so I'm going to show you how that works. Phase 3 is what you want to catch because phase 1 and 2 will take everyone's money up until the press conference. And then when the press conference hits, you're going to have the end of phase 2. And then phase 3 happens right after. Okay? Guys, I'm telling y'all some real shit and you'll realize it later. Okay? We're going to be going through it. So let's talk about Jerome Powell expectations for today. Well, actually, first, let me go through the other two scenarios. We just talked about, I'm going to take the 88.6 entry here, market open. We can potentially come all the way back down. And then by the end of today, the market will have hit this daily zone at 650. And this is where we're going to see a big crash. Okay? Personally, I'm still bullish on markets. I believe that Jerome Powell might have to put the markets back in their place because whenever the market is bouncing this aggressively and we're still not in the clear, somebody's going to ask him during the press conference, what do you think about the stock market surge? And is this in line with what the Fed wants? Here's the real deal. There's two kinds of inflation that really affect consumers. Well, there's a bunch of different kinds, but the two most important ones are asset inflation. So your house prices go up, watch prices go up, stock prices go up, gold, crypto, assets go up. If you own assets in any country, you get richer when there's asset inflation. Consumer inflation means everything just gets expensive at the store. So the prices of consumer goods and services goes up. What we're seeing right now is that CPI, consumer pricing, is coming down. But asset inflation is starting to boom, as we've seen with the stock market. What worries me is that Jerome Powell will allow the stock market to continue to pump, all because inflation for the consumers is back under control. As long as the mom and pop down the street is not paying more for eggs, we're good. We can have home prices go up. Here's why this is a problem. The only way to really build wealth in America is by owning assets. If you own stocks, if you own a house, if you own crypto, then when the market booms, you get to take advantage and you become exponentially wealthier. And so what they're doing is like, yeah, egg prices are going down, but the ability for these folks to invest in the future is being taken away. Home prices have become so expensive that it's unreasonable to even consider buying a home nowadays. So they're basically kicking out a large portion of the economy from being able to access these goods, access these vehicles. And so what Jerome Powell should do today is get out and crash the markets and say, look, you guys are getting ahead of yourself. We're still not over this hill, and you all should fucking calm down. Because what he can do is he can crash the markets a little bit, get some relief, and now there's more upside potential next year. If he doesn't do that, it's going to be pretty tough, because the markets will just continue to pump, and that's actually what leads to consumer inflation. Because everybody's wealthier, they're all going to have more money to spend, and that's going to make prices continue to go up. Josh Richards said, we haven't even started a phase. What do you mean? Josh, please keep your fucking mouth shut today, man. You got way too many messages to be this wrong. All right? You didn't fucking waste all that time in that course to not learn. What is phase one? You know exactly what it is. All right, guys, I'm here in the capacity of an entertainer, but I'm also here to hold y'all accountable. We're here to make money. So after fucking 75 live streams, if you can't find phase one and you were in the course, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to just kick you out. And I'm going to fucking take you out back. But there's no excuse. Oh, but Roy, what if he's having a long... Shut the fuck up. You guys fucking... You know what I'm saying? A higher standard. All right. Did I miss the long position? Probably. Maybe we didn't exactly hit the 88.6 just yet. We hit the 786. You know what I've been noticing is that the market has not been hitting the 88 this week. It's been doing these little fucking 78 rejections. However, here's the patience, is that we don't chase, we attract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attract the market right back down to my entry so I can take this fucking long position. Go make a health check before 2024. You talking about me? Because I need it, guys. I know you can hear it in my voice. Still getting through it, but you know, day by day. Day by day. You guys really thought I was going to apologize to the fucking brokers? Are you out of your mind? You're fucking crazy. Oh my God. I'm gonna call that chick that I knew from 2 years ago and apologize to her before I fucking apologize to the brokers. Just let you guys know this right now. Roy, if Trump loses, are you moving out of the US? What type of dumbass question is that? Josh? You think I'd leave the country because some old head in DC? When was the last time you saw Joe Biden? When was the last time you saw Joe Biden? I have never fucking seen him. Whoever's president has zero effect on my life. The only difference is that when Trump was president, there was legitimate policies that were making our country better, such as the tax incentives and the border policy, immigration, pricing, inflation coming down, everybody being successful, jobs, manufacturing, etc. So that stuff is cool. Okay? So consolidation, expansion, cool, Burr. Yes. So if Trump loses, fuck no, dude. Right? Imagine a bunch of like Biden fans get me to leave my own fucking country. Bro, it's still Trump's America. Biden fans just like hide and complain and cry somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's real people that run the world. I don't see people voting for Biden who are working in car manufacturing plants. I don't see electricians voting for Biden. I don't see people working the oil rigs fighting for Biden. I don't see people who are keeping this fucking nuclear plants and power plants alive voting for Biden. So the people that actually run society and that keep everything running, right? It might be fucking teachers are gonna lose their mind and have panic attacks. Fucking, Planned Parenthood, fucking volunteers and shit, just having breakdowns. So why the fuck would I leave my country? This is the greatest country on earth. Okay, I was born in Lebanon and I came here, and I love Lebanon. I'm Lebanese until the day I die. But I'm gonna let you guys know this right now is no comparison at all. America's clearly the greatest country on earth. And you guys are like, well, no, but I saw on Twitter that America's not the greatest country on earth. All right, buddy. Well, let's travel a little bit. Let's travel a little bit and let's come back here and let's see. Like, oh, but I've been to this one town in Spain. All right. It's like I've been to Coral Gables. So America's not shit. Like, bro, I seen that Trump will remove payroll tax if he gets elected. That's not gonna fucking happen. Let's be real. Did we miss the buys? Seven points. Fucking 7 points. Fuck, dude. What do you think about the movie Leave the World Behind? Daniel, do I look like the fucking person to sit here and watch a movie? Do I look like the type of guy sitting around watching movies and shit? Those are poor people activities. People are trying to be rich. It's a simple rule. Roy, how do I get rich? Look at what 99.9% of brokies are doing. All right. And do the opposite. Broke people are watching TV, fucking going to the bar with the boys, going out on the weekends, drinking alcohol. What else do broke people do? It's all that type shit. So I literally just avoid all those things. Going to the bar with the friends might be fun. I wouldn't fucking know. Catch me dead doing that. He wants a Rotten Tomatoes review. Okay, tell me what the movie is about, and let me see if I can provide some sort of insight on this. He says, bro, you hate on everything. Yo, look, you guys are on my side. The second I start roasting the fucking video gamers, I'm gonna lose half of you. And that's the answer is good. Okay, if you're over the age of 15, you're still playing video games, you do not love your life. Oh, but Roy, what, bro? It's all just entertainment. Bro, what do you mean, bro? I play fucking two, bro. You're fucking 28. You're 32. You're still fucking playing kids' games. That should be embarrassing. Marksman J, send me a bank statement with 6 figures in it, and we're cool, right? Everybody watch TV. You don't have fucking 6 figures in your bank account. You're watching fucking Love Island or some gay shit with your girl. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, bro, I don't need 6 figures. I don't need 6 figures. All right, bro. Hit me up in 2, 3 years. See what that fucking Dogger says, hey Roy, what about the Nikola stock? I haven't checked the Nikola stock. I don't own Nikola stock. Will never buy one of their cars. If it's absolutely pumping, that's probably explains this. Josh Richards said Dragon Ball Z all day. Now, if you used to watch the stuff and you have an affinity for these shows, I used to watch Harry Potter when I was younger, right? Straight up. Now imagine I'm trying to get my life right. You guys watch me fucking Sorcerer's Stone. Come on. And Jay, I wasn't coming at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like 90% of the people in here play video games. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you. Yo, bro. Really? Like, look how dirty that shit is, man. How fucking dirty that shit is. That's so disrespectful. Two fucking pips. Pissed off. I need to cut video games out for real and stick to studying. I'm not fucking saying it's either study or fucking play video games, but those are not your only two options. Right? There's a million other things you can do because the point of playing video games is not to be productive. It's to have an escape, right? But if you're gonna take an escape, you got a choice. Right? Yeah, exactly. GTA, right? So if I'm gonna take my brain and then I'm gonna basically inject it with a bunch of information. Do I want to go around beating up old women in a game and fucking shooting strippers on the street? It sounds like a very unproductive way to spend my free time. Be like, oh, bro, I'm not paying attention to that stuff. It's just a fun game. If you're retarded enough to not know that your brain absorbs all information and you don't fucking choose the selective memory, your subconscious mind tracks every piece of info that comes in. So if this is how you're using your free time and you're like, I wonder why I don't have any good ideas in my life. I wonder why I don't have any fucking any solutions for these problems in my life. Because whenever you sit there in silence, and you're supposed to have a good idea, all the shit that you've been feeding yourself, the same people that play video games, the second they get in the car, they turn on the radio. Can't sit in silence for 5 seconds. It's the same fucking crowd. Feeding that shit all day. Well, I wonder why I can't move my life forward. You're not giving yourself a chance to come up with good ideas. Says you got to earn your escapism. Or build a life that's so good you don't want to escape from it. How about that, Josh? Why the fuck are you escaping from life? Guys, this is not a fucking warm-up round. If you died tomorrow, you'd sit there in fucking purgatory and be like, oh, well, I'm glad I fucking escaped half my life. You're already asleep 7 hours a day. How much more time do you want to waste in your life? You're already asleep a quarter of your life. Fucking gone to waste. You spend an hour in traffic going to work. That's 7 hours a week, 28 hours a month. That's a percentage of your fucking life already gone. How much more time do you guys want to throw out the fucking window? This man at Dorf showing trades that already happened every time. No value here. All right, well, Neo, there's the attention you wanted. Have fun in the gulags. Bro, really be saying some real shit. I'm being 100% true. Guys, I'm not making this shit up. I really live like this. Nikel said, Neo, probably your first time here. Nikel, don't respond to people, bro. If someone has a valid criticism, first, please make it funny, because I'm sensitive. But two, if someone has a valid criticism, we'll take it. If he just says I only show trades that happened after, that's just like objectively not true. So why would we argue with somebody that's just literally lying? That's just retarded. This is why I tune in. Good morning. Right back at you, Jaleesa. Good morning. Said man's just straight up. I mean, yeah, guys, this is how much time do you want to waste in your life before you get it together? Like, for real, if you can't hop on a plane and just leave and go somewhere because you want to, that should be the first goal. If you can't take care of your family in an emergency, that should be the first goal. Marksman J says, balance is important. Sounds like some dumb ass shit a video gamer would say because your brain is fried. Put the games down. Fucking balance. Balance is for women. No disrespect to any of the women in here. Men need to go all in. Go all in. Show me 6 figures in the statement and you can say whatever you want. But until you have the 6 figures, I'm telling you guys, there is no balance. Name one wildly successful person that had balance. No, they fucking get balance after. You get all your time back. Now you can spend all day, every day with your children. Now you're a great parent and you're rich. That's balance. Well, talking about balance with $0 in the bank account, guys, ain't nobody saying you got $0 in the bank account. That's fucking crazy. No one said that. What I'm saying is that the whole excuse of balance is important is a cop-out. Why the fuck is balance important? It's like, yeah, but you can't work too hard. Says fucking who? He says full margin, boys. Full margin the like button. Do not fucking full margin your account. We could see this potential sell-off from right here. We just hit the negative 61 extension. And we could see a sell-off all the way down to the 88.6. Damn, I should have 450. No, all good. All good. I'm waiting for the 88.6 entry. If the market comes back up to retest this zone during the Fed news, I'll be shorting it from here. How did I find this level? I'll go up to the weekly time frame. I looked at the body and wicks, and I basically just found support and resistance zones in this big ass mess. believe I did this on the daily. I found all these zones that are highly reactive buy and sell levels, and I just drew them all the way out. So you can see here, buy zone, buy zone, buy zone with massive wicks, dirty wicks, buy level, sell level, buy level, sell level. Important level right here. We have a sell zone here, sell zone, sell, buy, and then no retest again. Body of the candles, and of course the previous highs. So I marked all of those off on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. Obviously mark them off to the right so that when you guys see me with these random levels today, it'll be very clear as to what these levels are. We just hit one of those daily zones, and of course, we're going to see that reaction, as I stated at the very beginning of this call. Okay? Cool. Cool. He said Tate would be proud of you. That's an insult. That's a massive insult. My fucking OnlyFans manager is proud of me. Great. Fucking, I'm happy. My dad being proud of me, that matters. OnlyFans manager fucking typing under the keyboard while the women were face chatting with people. He's typing, jerking dudes off under the fucking screen. Yeah, that's not my fucking hero. That's y'all's hero. It's fucking bald cuck. All right, shorting from the top of the 88.6. Shorting from the top of the 88. Shorting from the top of the 88.6. Oh, shorting from the top to the 88.6. Jensen, yeah, exactly. I mean, that would have been the trade. It's 450 down to 400. It's too late for me to short now because, obviously here's the prime entry, here's current price, here's target. So we're basically halfway there. Had we been up here, look at the R&R. The R&R difference is insane. He said, we on the same side, Roy. Jay, bro, you know you're my fucking guy, man. Look, all this shit aside, you know you're my boy. Okay? He said, so you stare at the charts all day or you balance working out, family, health? I work on my health so I can be more productive at making money. I take care of my family because that's the number one priority deep down in my heart. But I know that if I'm broke and there's an emergency that happens in my life, I would not be able to live with myself every day, waking up knowing that I didn't have the resources to help. Right? So there is no balance. It's like the real balance is spend as much time with your family as you can. Right? Those of you guys that have a good family. Some of you guys have, a shitty family. Oh, fuck them. Okay, I mean really shitty. Right? Fuck them. But if you guys have a great family, spend as much time with them as humanly possible. Okay? And so I understand that that's the real goal here. Building experiences and great connections. That's what's really important in life. It's about your experiences, the memories you build, the impact you have, and the friends you make. This is real. These are the 4 things that will matter when you're 80 years old staring at the wall. You can't fucking wipe your own ass. You had the fucking nurse has to come wipe your ass for you. That's the only thing you're going to care about. Now, in order to have unlimited experiences, to take care of your family so there is no worry, because, money problems really creates tensions in relationships. When you're able to handle these things, imagine how many more experiences, how many more memories, how many more relationships you can sustain. You guys get what I'm saying? And so I don't really believe in balance because I don't want a balanced life. I want a life where I can do incredible things, where I can pick up my family in a 747, 40 people on a fucking plane, and we all go to a resort together for a family vacation. That sounds like a much better way to live than fucking playing video games. And so if I have to fucking stare at charts till my eyes bleed, right? Get a second job so I can fund another account. All the things I had to do back in the day in order to get to the point where I can have these experiences, then yeah, it's fucking worth it. No balance until you get there. Real life. Guys, this is just real shit. The world is only getting more expensive. If you don't get rich in the next 4 or 5 years, kiss that shit goodbye. Because I just told you that asset inflation is getting so high that the next generation will not be available to buy stocks. It will not be able to buy stocks and real estate because they'll be way too expensive. So if we're getting shut out from the wealth creation vehicle of real estate, and because we printed so much money, it's inevitable that the tax rates have to go up at some point. Guys, in America, we're going to be living with 60, 70% tax rates. There's no other way around it. We can't pay back the debt that we've incurred without an insane growth in the economy, which is at this point not looking likely, or raising taxes, or most likely both. So if you want to get rich, you got about 3 to 5 years, yo. So yeah, fuck the balance. If the Fed say no more rate hikes, what's your take? So today, I'm expecting a very neutral pace all the way through. No rate hikes and no rate cuts. If there's no more rate hikes, that's basically what the market has been telling us, Peter. If you look at the aggressive market action all year, or basically just since October, the market is telling us that they expect the Fed to pivot next year. Now, the only scenario I can see the Fed pivoting is if we head into a recession. So what the market is telling us is we're headed into a recession next year or soft landing. The Fed will start to reduce interest rates at some point in Q2, and that's what the market is betting on. He said the real balance is the friends we make along the way. Exactly. Keep this in mind. Okay, Harvard did a study where they tracked their students for their entire life, from the time they graduated till the time they left. And I think it was about 80 people in the study. They tracked them their entire life. The people who originally started the study, they passed away and retired. And the next generation of researchers kept it going. And they asked these people what led to the happiest and most successful life satisfaction. Number one, it's lack of regrets. You can't have regrets. So I read this in a book from Jeff Bezos where he has a framework called the regret minimization framework, where when you go to make a decision, and this is how I trade. I trade according to the regret minimization framework, where you look back at this from a future point of view and ask yourself, which one of these two decisions am I going to be happier with later? Because right now, I want to enter the trade. But if I enter in the middle of the range and this thing reverses, I'm going to feel like shit later. You guys get me? And so it's like I start to think of myself as after the session is done, when you're sitting there staring at your hands like, how could I have done this? Which one of these two decisions could you justify to yourself? When I went to quit my job at Merrill to pursue trading full time, I had this big fear. My biggest fear was quitting my job and having to go back. That's going to be one of these stories of a full-time trader that didn't make it and had to go back. And so I had to sit there and like really ask myself, guys, I had a 2.0 GPA. If I wasn't so well-versed in financial products and I wasn't able to just basically sauce the interview because I knew more about stocks, bonds, options, derivative contracts, fucking straddling options, option strategies, and everything in between, more so than the manager hiring me, I would have never got the job. So I'm in a place where I'm in one of the best financial institutions in the world and the largest commercial bank in America. Bank of America owns Merrill Lynch. So I'm sitting here like, do I really want to fucking quit this job? Like, I was never supposed to be here. This is probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And so I had the regret minimization framework, which is looking back, would I regret pursuing my dream of being a full-time day trader and really testing my skill to see if I can make it, to see if I'm cut out for this? Or to stay at this job and to wonder if it could have happened? Like, damn, what would have happened if I was a full-time trader? Am I even capable? What if I'm not capable of it? So I knew I had to make the right choice. Regret minimization is huge. With trading, it's the same exact way. I don't know how we got to regret minimization, but we're here. Okay. So long story short, when I'm trading, I use the same exact framework, which is if I'm going to take a trade, I kind of look at it from the perspective of later in the session, which decision would I regret the most? Okay, so entering another trade, hedging out, whatever. I read article reason BTC dump was due to the news today. Big whales liquidated tons of crypto. How does the news could affect crypto? So Mike, here's the reality, is that crypto holders are very rich people, but their other assets are not doing well. The economy hasn't been doing too great. So when you're sitting on XRP or Bitcoin and you're just like, the rest of your portfolios and real estate is going down, stocks are now finally recovered, so you're doing pretty good, but the rest of your portfolio is not doing too hot. And then you see Bitcoin just pump. Okay, imagine that you're not like Mark Cuban, you have $1 billion in crypto or some shit, or fuck, not Mark Cuban. What's his name? MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor. Imagine you're Michael Saylor, you got $3 billion in Bitcoin, and then you open up your portfolio, it says 5 billion now, or 6 billion. Buddy, you're gonna fucking shave $1 billion or $2 billion off the table. Okay, maybe not fucking Saylor's crazy ass because he's a maximalist, but most rational people, you got $1 million in crypto, you open it up, it says 4 million. You're like, yeah, I just quadrupled my net worth. I'm taking the fucking mill out, the original million out. So when the market really pumps, it's really retail that's chasing crypto at the 50K, 60K, 80K range. The institutions were buying it at 19, 20, and 30. when it was at the lows, the absolute lows. So that's what I want you guys to start doing is think of yourself as a professional institutional investor. And instead of just following the hype, which is again, guys, when I explain the model, those of you guys who are in the NAS masterclass, when the market broke out here, how many traders, how many baby pips traders were buying the breakout? Just trying to chase the momentum up. And then they got crushed all the way back down before the market went their way. The market might go your way, but not before it crushes you out of your trade. We don't chase for a reason. So the smart traders and the smart investors were in here, or were in, so either at the discount or at support. Over here is the baby pips traders, and over here is just a brain dead fucking, oh God, I had such a good dig, but I'm not going to do it. I did get a lot of shit for the comments I made yesterday, so I'm not going to add insult to injury, but fuck, I just had such a funny joke. I was going to say, this is, what's a broker that no one gives a fuck about? And most of them, right? This is the Hugo's Way traders. The thing is, I was a successful Hugo's Way trader for a long time. So I can't even use that example. Fuck, KOT. Fuck. I'm like fucking walking on eggshells here. Everybody in the industry fucking about to call my phone. This is Hugo is trash. Fuck, dude. Every single name I can think of is about to get me in trouble. Does a Mamba have one? Or Alex G, or like Alex G or one of these guys? Give me one of theirs. Oh, fucking give me one of theirs. What was the one that Ryan was pushing? Like the last 5 that he was pushing before Sway. Like, oh, bro, of course he believes in Sway. It's not like he was pushing 15 other brokers in the past few years, and there's promising that everybody. I was gonna say Trader's Domain too, but I'm walking on to fucking thin ice.
Rocket
I actually
21.
gotta fucking watch my back for. We all know who it is. All right, let's do Hero. Yeah, so we got the baby pips traders chasing right here, and we got the Hero FX B-book traders entering buys right there. I did all that just for that fucking joke. Alex G, Athens Markets and Rocket 21. I think Rocket's his, but Athens, that should tell you everything you need to know. We shot on Athens yesterday. Did a good job. 450. I mean, just to remind you guys that this was called earlier in the stream. I just want to remind you guys because I think receipts are important. Because I say a lot of stuff. But I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Watching myself is actually very uncomfortable. Just want to keep it real with you. We did technicals right after the report, right? So we had this. Okay, we mentioned the buys at the 886, which the market is almost here. We talked about potentially having this big ass drop, which I don't think is very likely now, but based on this candle, I don't fucking know. It's a news day, and so it's very customary for the markets to spook everybody and be like, oh my God, this is the recession. This is like fucking 2020 all over again. This is 2008, Roy. And then we hit a level and the market just stalls here all day. All right, we're getting pretty close to the 886. Time to get my situation situated. All right, risk management is key. Do not burn your chips before tonight's news, guys. Or not tonight, but before today's news. Be very mindful that you have to risk a specific amount that you are comfortable with every day in order to make the best decisions. And if you're over risked, it's going to make your life a lot harder. So make sure that you're keeping in mind how much you're willing to risk in a day. And make sure that you're being mindful of what you're putting on the table. Like, what are you putting on the line? I highly recommend you guys update your MetaTrader 5 app because it actually, even on the app now, because you guys can see here that when I put my stop loss, it shows me how many dollars I'm risking and how many points it is. You can do the same exact thing on yours, on the app now. And so for those of you guys who aren't the best at counting pips or measuring or whatever it is, you will be able to see how much you're risking based on the lot size and based on the stop loss and find a number. I mean, obviously don't find a number, find a lot size to where the overall risk is comfortable for you. If I lose this trade, will I still be able to mentally take the next trade later without caring? The answer is like, I should. Now, if I over leverage here and I just double risk and I just like pile in and I lose a bunch of money, there's no shot I'm making it to later. You guys got me? So I'm heading down to the smaller time frames real quick just to double check, make sure that we're good to go, make sure all my zones are drawn accurately. So we have body right here. 8-6. Okay, good stuff. We missed like 3 good trades, but at least the last one's the charm. At least we'll see. Okay. That wick is savage, but what I'm assuming is that we're going to consolidate here. If we break these lows, then it'll basically just be like we cleared liquidity above, we cleared liquidity below, and I'll be looking to buy from down here. All right. So we're gonna give this thing a chance to just play around. What time is it? It's 10 a.m. Perfect. About half hour after the market open, we're starting to see some reactions here, waiting to get that rejection around the 16,400 level, and then take this thing all the way back up to the upside. We got a full house here on Zoom. That's what I love to see. We got my fucking dude, Two Step. We got our very own educator and trader, Bryce, in the house. Who the fuck is AI? Y'all got some explaining to do. Who is this AI in the chat? The fuck is this Hero FX? Have they infiltrated the chats? We got Bianca. Good morning to you and the fam. Hope everybody's doing good, Bianca. And I hope that you are. I hope that you're ready to crush it this week. Finish off the end of the year with 18 days left, Bianca. And then next year, 2024, this is going to be your year. We look at the timeline of how long it takes traders to really hit that exponential level from when you become successful. Your year is coming. So I'm very proud of you. Same with the rest of you guys. Bobby, I see that too. Brian, can't wait to start coaching with you, brother. Carlos, already started coaching with you. Big changes on the way. Better fucking be hitting that gym, my boy. Frenchie. Gabe, it was really good talking to you. French, always good having you on board. Golly. Fucking getting bullied already the second I opened up the call this morning. No, I'm joking, guys. Golly's like my brother. Okay, just so you guys all know. Karan, good to see you, my bro. Good morning. Jacques, my boy said he was going to send the Zos for me yesterday. I said I threw a bunch of sock passes in the chat. I said, throw sock passe in the chat if the Zos have my back. And Jack was just disappeared. He just hopped off the call. He was like, bro, I was joking about the Zos. I'm too Haitian for this. Don't fucking involve me in this. You owe me a fucking, that guy Bentley owes me a Alex Hermosi interview. You owe me street protection from the Zos. I'm just saying. These are promises that you guys made, not that I made. James, always good to see you here, my bro. Janae, I'll see you later on our coaching call. Let's get ready to get to work and finish off this year strong. Jamil, got the daycare center over there up and running. Josh, Lessman, Luke, of course, my boy Max, Noah, and Roman all in the house today. The last 5 folks might get a little upset and then give you guys a funny joke. If you guys want me to cook you, turn on your cameras and we'll get to work. If not, let's just take the greetings and just move on. All right. I'm on it. I was gonna hit you up for our meeting. I'm ready. Bianca, whenever you are. I'm still getting my voice back, so if you can give me another day. I have 3 calls today that I'm gonna power through. I should be fully back. You guys can hear it. I'm short of breath, like I'm fucking fighting for my life, but I'm fighting for y'all. Okay? I was thinking to myself, like, bro, 100 days of streams, fucking just being consistent, showing people live. Why the fuck does any of this matter? Why do I do any of this shit? Then I spent about 5 minutes on trading YouTube and trading Twitter, and I was like, that's why I do this. There's so much bullshit information out there, bro. It's so much bullshit. Every day, these people coming up with some new shit. Oh my God. All right, we got about 200 people in here. Awesome. Good morning. If this is your first time on the stream, welcome. My name is Roy Dunya. I'm a full-time day trader and the co-founder of Chart Addicts. Chart Addicts is an educational platform for traders that specializes in personal one-on-one coaching. We also host the FX Summit 2024 conference, or the FX Summit conference, which is the largest conference in the world for traders, investors, and entrepreneurs. We had about 1,500 people show up in our first year. And then last year, we had over 2,400 people show up here in Miami from all over the world. I just put up some posts on Instagram from where everyone is traveling from. If you're coming to the FX Summit, put something in the YouTube chats and let me know where you're traveling from, just so we can get a good look here. Obviously, I want to see all of you there. Last year, we had this year, TradingView will be a main sponsor. We haven't announced it yet. They don't want us to announce it yet, but I'm going to announce it as, I'm going to announce it because it's a big deal. TradingView has sponsored and spoken at the summits the past 2 years. We had Oanda and the founder of Oanda, Dr. Richard Olson, the person who developed the micro lot size and just sort of electronically controlled networks. He came and spoke at the summit. We also had Anthony Pompliano from Crypto come and speak. We had Coinbase show up. We had Crypto.com. We had Crypto Telegraph or Coin Telegraph. We had XRP show up. We had fucking Tron TRX. They showed up. Cardano showed up. Who else? We had obviously all the Forex traders, every Q Banks, Raul, everybody except for Raja, Swaggy, and ICT and Umar showed up. And so next year, I'm really looking forward to having Umar, Swaggy, ICT, and Raja and some of the guys that were overseas and couldn't make it. Really looking forward to doing that and having everyone there. Okay, San Antonio, my guy. Jay, I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, bro. You got to understand that everybody who agreed with you didn't want to say nothing because they didn't want to be in the fire. But about half this fucking chat was on your side, and they had no balls to come and stand up for you. But Jay, you know it's all love, bro. I just want to let you know that. Traveling from Canada, I'll be there, Roy. Biggie Smalls, I'll see you there. What part of Canada? Let's get the likes up. Yeah, you guys are being mad stingy today. I'm out here, I'm calling out fucking banger trades. You guys are like, oh, drop a like? Fucking do some work? Oh, me? Click of a button? Who do you guys think I am? Just hit the like button, yo. Like 45 out of 200 people live. We need to tick the register. Traveling from Miami. Walter, you're down the street from me, my man. The NAS 100 Masterclass changed my trading journey. The greatest course ever. Miss Katie, I love to see that. I love to see that. Been secured the ticket. We're coming from California. Two-step, come on, bro. Two-step, I got one of my favorite pictures from the summit is me and you. I got it in my fucking in my archives. It's me and you in front of the not Benji. No, it was in front of the Benji poster. I hit the fucking the piece. I hit the fucking deuces, like the meme. It's a free world, and there are tons of other channels. If anyone is not happy, well, please find happiness somewhere else. Thanks, Roy, for keeping it real. Ken, I couldn't have said it better myself. Because I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to speak my mind and say things honestly from my own perspective. When I was broke and I had no success, I didn't have a lot of business telling people what the fuck to do. Now I have the ability to tell people not what to do, but what worked for me. And I have to tell people honestly what I'm seeing around me, which is the people that are prioritizing distractions and escapisms are not making any progress in their life year after year. But the people that are committing to their health, their wealth, their happiness, their spirituality, every year they're just growing and growing and growing. And at some point, 3 years from now, you won't recognize anybody. 3 years from now, if you're headed down the negative path, I won't even recognize you. And same vice versa. Can you get Gary Vee there? We're not gonna mention all the surprise. How the fuck did you know that? Yo, golly, who the fuck is this guy? Josh, you've been getting on my nerves all day. Now I'm more perplexed than pissed off. And you're gonna have to explain yourself. I watched a video on unregulated brokers exposed by TradingView. Marshall, what'd you think? Nick says, fly, Naz. Yeah, that'll make it move, Nick. Yell at your fucking screen. Blow on your screen, see if it'll make it move faster. Are you fucking dumb? This is like the people that stand in front of watch sports. Like, oh, come on, bro. Come on. Like, just run. But he can't fucking hear you. He can't fucking hear you. The markets can't hear you. Make a choice like a man and stick to it. All right? He says, Alex G or Sensei should go. Fuck, I had such a funny joke. Man, fuck these streams, bro. I'm out here I got the funniest fucking jokes, and I'm out here just trying to stay out of trouble and whatnot. Because you got to understand that at some point, there's a very clear difference between just saying the truth and then just kind of just being a dickhead, right? Intrusive thoughts be coming in that they should go. He says, I'm in, Roy. Don't roast me. Nick, you already got your take. All right, you're good. All right, we're fine. He's texting Powell on the side. So there's a person called, if you guys really want to know where I get some of my insider data on the Fed, you're about to just hear my secret. There's a person called Nikki Leaks on Twitter, and he's basically like a Fed leak machine, but he's like a propaganda arm for the Fed. The Fed will feed him information that they want the public to know. Nikki Leaks has like an inside scoop from the Fed, like insider info, and then he'll send it out to everybody. And so Nikki Leaks is pretty spot on. He's the only person that's got that inside scoop. Abdullah says, I'm new here and I really enjoy how you simplify trading. I got a question. Why you trade futures on Awanda instead of regulated futures broker? I'm not trading futures. I'm trading on a prop firm, which is FTMO. And I'm using the price quote from Awanda because CFD price quotes are typically similar, but you have to adjust your numbers. So for example, you see 16,426 on the Awanda CFD price quote, but then you see on FTMO it says 16,400. So the 25-point differential. So let's see if there's any other changes. So the absolute low here is at 368. Okay, so from 400 to 368 is about 30 points. So the question is, are we about 30 points away from the current price here to the low? And the answer is yes. So the chart patterns are the exact same. The outline is the exact same. And so you can trade structure. So if I'm putting my stop loss below these lows, then I'm going to have to put my stop loss below the lows, regardless of the price quote itself. If the numbers were too far off and I would be risking way more on this trade than I would be risking as part of, this analysis, then I'd have to reassess my analysis here by drawing a Fibonacci from this time frame or from this chart and looking to be as accurate as possible. Beautiful 88.6 rejection. If you guys were in the masterclass, I told you the market will hit the 78, push up and fake everybody out, and then come all the way back down to our prime entry. Okay? This is all the stuff we teach in the class. This is NASDAQ and news trading all in one. Beautiful, beautiful execution. I'm going to secure partial profits because we just hit TP1 and 2. So I'm actually going to secure partial profits here. And I'm going to protect my trade and leave the rest running. Now, the real reason I'm doing this is I'm playing a bit more conservative than usual because we have real news later that's going to absolutely push markets. So what I want to do is I want to be picking up equity. I want to be closing trades and just kind of building my account. And so by the end of today, or by the time that the news hits, I'll probably have like 700, 800 in profit. Then I'll be able to use a percentage of that, like $500 of that 700 in order to risk on the news later. You guys got me? So save your ammo. If you make money, good. Now you have extra ammo for later. Don't think to yourself, oh, my 100K account is now at 105, so I can risk an extra 5,000. No. Okay. Will you go live later today? Marshall, what do you think? Buddy, you think I'm about to miss a fucking Fed meeting? Guys, with all due respect, actually, it's not even about respect. This is about just a straight up truth. Look at this. I've traded every Fed meeting for the last 2 years. I have a 100% hit rate on Fed meetings, which is why when I created the trading news course, I actually showed an example of every single trade I've taken. Of every single trade I've taken. What the fuck? I'm getting kicked out of my own website. But I went through every single trade I've taken and I just explained the overall. Oh, shit. Fuck. All right. So every Fed meeting, same exact pattern, same exact deal. I went through every single one, all the trades that I took, observations, how to trade it, the actual model itself. It follows the same shit. Duration and drawdown, how much time it took for the trade to play out, how much time you'd have to spend in drawdown, total drawdown in points versus the total pips, so risk and reward for these trades. And I went through every single one of 2022, learned from those. This year, did the same exact thing. Every single Fed meeting has been getting crushed over and over again. And this one will be no different. All right. Had to post up some receipts. Might have exposed a little bit too much. That course is now fully available on our website. But most importantly, y'all, so the real most importantly, we have the NAS 100 Masterclass starting in February. If you guys wanted to get in, did I lose the fucking YouTube? I might have just lost YouTube. Oh,
You're
no,
still
there it
live.
is.
You're still live.
This is, are we targeting the negative 27 again? Well, I just took partial profits and moved my stop loss to break even, so that should be your answer, Nick. Thank you. Do you recommend trading CFDs instead of futures contracts? To be honest, it depends on the country. So in the States, we can't trade CFDs legally. So you can either go to a prop firm that will allow you to trade CFDs. It's all demo, so you're not really trading CFDs, or you can go to a futures firm. Okay. Now the thing about futures brokers is I personally don't have a lot of experience with futures, but for a futures contract, if we bought it down here and we took profits up here, we're still making money. So it's still the same idea. Like I can still trade this. And a good friend of mine, Darren Creedy, told me that he took the NAS 100 masterclass. He's already $1 million funded trader, but he took the masterclass and he's having success with it. He's having success with it on futures. So it works on both. When are you interviewing the Forex Joe Biden? Who the fuck is the Forex Joe Biden? Josh, shut up, dude. I see a lot of great things happening in the industry from TradingView exposing the brokers with unregulated. Yeah, Marshall. Like we need the solid names to start speaking out because the marketers are way louder. And until you have somebody like when TradingView says it, like nobody, that's why the brokers can't get mad at me. I'm like, bro, he fucking said it. If you don't like it, stop fucking scamming people. It's that simple. And so we do need the meta quotes and the trading views to speak out. Now, the reason I have such a big problem with meta quotes nowadays, because originally I was like, okay, trading, trade locker, action traders, sway charts, all these derivatives are basically trying to compete with meta quotes because the brokers got kicked off of meta quotes for being scams, and they're just looking for a place to hide and a place to use their platform. Okay, made sense. Then I started to think, I'm like, this sketchy Russian monopoly of metaquotes that controls the entire industry and tells us how to move, how to act, who can be a broker, who can't be a broker, when things get kicked off, when things don't, and they're not really globally regulated. That seems like a fucking, that seems like like a mob, like a mafia. So I'm not a big fan of monopolies. I like market competition. And he said, invite Meta to the summit. Well, this is why I'm so fucking pissed at MetaQuotes is because they won't show up. They will not show up. They won't do an interview. And that makes me very uncomfortable. The only people that don't want to show up and fucking show their face at the summit are scammers. Because like you've scammed so many people, you're gonna see them in person, and that's why people don't show up. For all the talk that the industry guys have about scam and scam not, guys, we had thousands and thousands and thousands of people in there. Ain't nobody walking up saying to you know what I'm saying to these guys that they're scammers. But if we were to invite certain companies, yeah, I feel like there would be a lot of heat. They just don't even answer, guys. I would try to get them on a podcast, everything. Keep in mind, trading view, like I was able to get a sponsorship from FTX. Fuck, I'm losing my voice. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna refill on this tea. Shout out to you guys for this recipe. I got ginger, honey, lemon in this bitch as usual. Feeling great. No Casamigos. And also, I gotta confess something. This is actually a real confession. I have to confess this because I was up last night and I couldn't sleep over this, and I had to just let you guys all know. There was never any Casamigos in any of my drinks. And I know I told you guys I dumped half the bottle of Henny and the Casamigos and all this stuff. I have not touched a sip of alcohol in over 6 months since the summit. That's also not true. I think someone's birthday. Fuck it, whatever. There was no Casamigos in my drink. And I know that we had a bunch of jokes, right? Just wanted to let you guys know I'm not that fucking savage. 9 a.m., half a bottle of Casamigos. The fact that some of y'all believe me, imagine I'm this coherent, I'm this competent, and I'm drinking at 9 in the morning. That doesn't happen. Can't be this competent and be a fucking drunk. Yeah, that's sus. If you don't want you to show up and do an interview, it's very sketchy, for sure. Tell them to wear a mask like Matt Charts. Matt Charts will be there. That's what I'm looking forward to. Matt Charts going to be there. Raja's going to be there. ICT is going to be there. This is going to be a crazy fucking year. Never seen Emma and Nat or Sean Lee at the FX Summit. You guys are trying to get me in so much trouble. fuck Sean and fuck Nat. How about that one? All right, they can both lick the underside of my nuts. Fucking bro, here's my real issue, and actually I hope they see this because I did invite them both. Okay, I invited them both to the first FX Summit, and they were like, no. At first, I invited them to a podcast, and they were like, get 10,000 subscribers, and then we'll do the podcast with you. But we're not going to do a podcast with you with less than 10,000 subs. So I worked my ass off, got 10,000 subs, hit up fucking I hit up Astro, and I was like, yo, time for the podcast. Yeah, fucking making excuses. You got so and so. We don't fuck with that. We're not gonna do the podcast. I was like, all right, whatever. I invite them to the FX Summit. These boys are talking about we don't go to scam conferences, right? We don't go to scammer summits. All right. This is what they were saying on a live. And then Sean Lee was tweeting for like 2 weeks before this shit, talking about influencer summit, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now I was thinking to myself, what if this guy's got a point? Because I used to look up to Sean. I was like, what if he's right? What if we're all scammers and he's not? And then a week and a half later, he gets under investigation from the FCA, has to flee the UK and go run to Thailand. And the FCA still has an open investigation against Astro and against Sean specifically for defrauding customers in the Astro Accelerated program. So calling it a scammer summit and then a week later getting in trouble. And then I'm just sitting here in my house like, imagine if we actually listened to this fucking cuck. Right? Have you heard about VP from No Nonsense Forex? No. Your work is official though, but when you constantly promote scammers, it's sketchy. Johnny, what scammers am I promoting? What you trying to say? You were just faking it the other day on the live? Chris, of course I was faking it. You think I put half a bottle of Casamigos in this small ass cup? How the fuck would it even fit in here? He said Matt Charts is a scammer, bro. Why you stay promoting scammer? Johnny, I'm gonna need to see some proof or else this is defamation. Okay? I mean, some proof or this is defamation. Don't be out here defaming people for no reason. And I've never met him in person. I'm not gonna sit here and also like, this is not the sword this is not the hill I'm dying on either. Just keep this real. But he was the only person that stepped up, that allowed us to use his platform live in front of everybody. And out of all of the prop firms who did not want us to display their trading conditions live, he gave us the free account and he gave us the fucking. He allowed us to just test it live in front of everybody, so it can't be faked. Said, bro, Matt Charts is a scammer. He got exposed. Bro, Johnny, I just asked you a clear fucking question to provide an example. You can't just keep saying the same thing. I'm not trying to disrespect you. Your work is official. Johnny, I would not. Why would I get disrespected if you're roasting Matt Charts? But I'm just trying to hold you accountable because you can't be out here just lying about people without bringing up some evidence. If you have some evidence and some shit, share it. Everybody can make their own opinion. But just to keep saying the same thing over and over again, and then it turned out to not be true, I can't allow you to sit here and lie on people's name like that, especially people who have shown us enough respect, such as Matt Charts did. Rest up. I'll contact you in a few days. Just getting the last few things squared away this week with my children coming home last week. Congrats, Bianca. I love to see it. New Year, you'll do a class for the fundamentals class like you did for the master class. Bianca, I wasn't planning on it, but fuck, you just put me on the spot. Okay, I probably should have read that one. I should have read that one under my breath. I fucking read that shit out loud like an idiot. I gotta stop reading these out loud because now I have to answer them. Bianca, yes, for sure we're doing it. Friday, me and you, we're gonna get on a call, finish up the annual review, and let's get it going. Let's get to work. Okay. The guy Bulleye shows some pictures with Matt Charts. The guy Bullseye that just got in trouble? The guy that's pushing fucking sway markets saying it's regulated? Let's be real, guys. Let's be completely real. How the fuck are you going to take anybody's opinion seriously when the first thing that comes out of their mouth is a fucking lie? Bullseye was out here shitting on other brokers. Why, Johnny? Because if you go to the link in his bio, tell me what the fuck it says. Right now, somebody, go to Bullseye's page. Because I don't fucking follow this incel. Go to his page. This guy looks like he used to sell fucking used puppies outside of a fucking PetSmart. Go to his page and click the link in his description and tell me what it says. And tell me what incentive would he have to get out here and just while out. Guys, when I'm out here whiling out, there is no broker link in my description. I'm not shitting on these brokers so I can sign you up to my scam broker. I'm shitting on these brokers because I was a US licensed broker dealer. And I'm just literally saying it how it is. The incentive does matter. and the websites. If he's wrong, I'm sorry for being misled. Just look at this. If he's out here saying Sway is regulated, these guys are not regulated, and he's just making a good point. Brother, we just exposed this yesterday. Sway is not regulated. Those affiliate commissions seem irresistible to some people. Bro, you could be selling crack, and as soon as the money comes in, you just you reinforce the behavior. You keep selling crack. People will literally sell crack to their own mother if the money's coming in. You don't think this guy would be out here lying to random strangers on the internet to shit on Q and Anthony because they wouldn't let him get a priority deal with top tier? Yo! He exposed a lot of traders, bro. That's where he got it from. Bro, look, anybody calling Sway a regulated broker does not have credibility to call anybody out. Like, how fucking stupid could you be? You can't just say the most wrong thing out of an entire alphabet of wrong things and be like, yeah, no, the rest of the stuff he's saying is probably true. Guys, everybody's wrong every once in a while. I was wrong last week. Like, we can all be wrong, but I'm never wrong in something that I'm dead confident in. I'm not sitting here like dead confident in a specific thing and then I end up being wrong. That's just lying. That's just like, you're just a fucking idiot at that point. So he's either stupid or he's trying to manipulate the audience. Either way, the fuck am I going to listen to him for? If I want to get an opinion about how brokers react, I have a Series 66 license. I know what a good broker looks like. Imagine I listen to this ex fucking Molly salesman. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I just threw a bunch of defamatory things. I don't know if he sells Molly. It's a complete joke. I don't know if he used to sell puppies. I just said he looks like it. All right. These are all jokes. It's all satire and not defamation. I'm just throwing that out. I don't fucking know the guy. I'm just kind of judging a book by his cover. Seems to be like what he's doing. And all the shit that he exposed was public knowledge, except for probably two things that he exposed were very, very serious. But what he doesn't understand is that he's about to burn Sway to the ground by exposing some of these things, because the things that he was exposing that are actually serious, all the brokers are doing. So is Sway. And I don't even think his dumbass knew that. He's exposing names and certain kind of monopolistic mafia type figures in the industry, not knowing that they're the same players who are investing in Sway. The guy's a fucking, you guys see what I'm saying? This is like the useful idiot. You guys know what a useful idiot is? Sway is the way. You guys know that I made that fucking phrase up? I came up with the phrase sway is the way. The dumbest fucking thing I've ever done. Sway is not the way. And I love the Sway team. Let me get this 100% clear. This is not a personal attack on the team that does Sway markets. Because the affiliates are the ones that are ruining that reputation, not even the core company. The core company is doing a great job. The affiliates are out here fucking bunch of fucking rugrats, annoying fucking and just useful idiots everywhere. Let me see if there's a dictionary definition of a useful idiot. It's in Merriam-Webster. Lord have mercy. A naive or credulous person who can be manipulated or exploited to advance a cause or political agenda. Okay? So look at these affiliates that are for these brokers. They're a naive, a lot of these guys aren't naive because they've been in the game long enough, or credulous person who can be manipulated easily, or exploited. So exploitation is about money or about threats. Manipulated is just about emotional. To advance a cause or a political agenda. So that's where most of these affiliates, that's what most of them are. All right. Here's what to expect for the rest of the day. When the market has an aggressive open on FOMC days, you will typically have a lot of sideways action to follow. So keep an eye out for that sideways action. Do not force any trades between now and the news. You will blow your money back. So just be mindful, know what to expect, and let's keep the show on the road, people. Keep the show on the road. I'm going to stick around here for another probably 10, 20 minutes, but I am starting to, I got to go rest up my voice before later. One picture was a true one, so we shouldn't trust Mr. Chart Addicts also? No, trust but verify. But I'm not your fucking dad. Why the fuck would you trust me? What if I don't give a shit about you, Salim, and I'm literally lying to your face? Okay? I'm not saying all this stuff publicly on the internet without the assumption that you all have Google. Go and research this shit. which is what most people don't want to do. That's why they just want to find somebody that they trust and just listen to everything they say. People who listen to the news and shit, or people who listen to like their favorite podcaster, why do they do that? Because you find someone whose opinion you trust and you just listen to them. You don't go and verify or double check anything. There's some people you actually can do that with. Okay? Very serious people. So Andrew Huberman, when it comes to health, the guy doesn't really joke around much. He means what he says and he says what he means. He's a PhD at Stanford, which is the number one fucking school in the world. Is it Stanford or MIT? I think it's Stanford. Stanford PhD lab researcher for neuroscience. So whatever he says about health, I'm just out here just like, yep, probably fucking knows better than I do. I'm taking his word for it. But somebody like me who just entertaining half the time. Monet says, every time I tap in, my man is ranting. Yeah, because we're in profits, baby. You want to sit here and just fucking stare at the candles and just have anxiety like the rest of y'all? I'm gonna be fucking hilarious and entertaining while I make money. You're gonna sit here and deal with it. All right? He said, I'm sure Siri knows what's going on. I'm sure Siri knows what's going on. I don't know. He says Stanford. Yeah, for sure. Do your own due diligence. Trust but verify. Be a student, not a follower. Be a student, not a follower. ICT should have fucking told those people this. Right? Because they're all just following. None of them are fucking making money. Except for like 5 of them. So be a student. When you guys, when we finish the class, and I tell you guys to go and back test this until your hands bleed, the answer is, or the reason is, nobody can leave the class saying the shit doesn't work. You can say you didn't like the structure. You can say I could have spent more time on track. You can say it wasn't like you really, really wanted like a sheet with step by step how you should trade. You can have these very valid concerns, but when you go in, you back test my strategy over and over and over and over every day, pre-market open to the market open. You do it every fucking day. You'll never unsee it. It's a guaranteed win. So that's why I want you guys to verify, because now I don't have to fucking explain to you guys why the class is so valuable. I don't have to be like, oh, you guys see why the class is so good? It's like, you all fucking know. You all know because you didn't have to believe me. You could just literally see it for yourself. Roy, how often do you make withdrawals? Like every month or weekly? So I have 2 funded accounts and they're both set to bi-weekly payouts because I used to have a monthly payout and that shit was tragic. Getting paid once a month is tragic. So now I have 2, but I'm planning on opening, well, I can't even open a brokerage account because I want to just take withdrawals whenever I want. My goal really is just to get more funded accounts and set the payout dates to different durations. So I'm gonna get paid on a Friday, I'm gonna get paid on a Wednesday, I'm gonna get paid on a Thursday, and that's how I'm gonna be running it. Right now it's bi-weekly, which is whack. I feel like I have a job and shit. And it also makes my life a little bit harder because like if I make 5 grand today, instead of pulling out the 5 grand and not fucking up my account, I have to wait a week and a half. Which means if I want to keep the 5K, I probably just don't trade, or I just trade lightly, or I have to reduce my risk. So that's where that shit is annoying. And back in the day, we were just trading on Hugo's. You would take the withdrawal same day. Different times, man. Different times. Now you gotta ask Big Daddy FTMO. Please, can I have my money? Oh wait, there's no real money. Can I just have some money? And you try to take a payout, and they're always giving you shit at FTMO. Invest half your payout in this next challenge and get 10% rebate on. Bitch, give me my fucking money. Autocar Sufner. Oh, fucking, flip this whole FTMO upside down. Give me my fucking money. FTMO, I think, have VIP membership. They have so much shit at FTMO. Back when I first started, it was, you can only do monthly payouts. There was no 90-10 split. It was only 80-20. There was no bi-weekly. There was timed, obviously there was the duration. There was the time limit. There was, they reduced the maximum draw. No, they reduced the profit target, I believe, for phase 2. They made tons of changes. Siri from Apple iPhone. No, I know who fucking Siri is, Marshall. I'm trying to figure out how she knows what's going on. I was trying to get that joke. The affiliates take the company down. That's what Chris Terry said. Chris Terry's the best example. Okay? He tried to run a decent company. The affiliates completely trashed the place. Okay. So I have respect for Chris Terry, whether you like him or not, personality wise or not. I don't give a fuck. You can't build a $1 billion Forex company today. They kind of ruined it for the rest of us. We can still build one, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna have to earn your stripes. You can't just have a massive MLM company. It was the largest MLM company that ever existed, ever in history. They did the impossible, and I have to give them credit. Now, they did get into a bunch of lawsuits with the CFTC and whatnot, and they're handling those. But here's the reason why I actually don't have an issue with IML as opposed to, let's say, these scammers with this, somebody said, that these guys giving away supercars and shit, right? Let me tell you the difference. IML has a compliance team. Their compliance team is now made up of a bunch of ex-regulators. So they actually have rules and they actually follow these rules like a corporation would. These influencer guys, they can post whatever the fuck they want, misleading information. They can promise you results that are not guaranteed. They can do whatever the fuck they want. So would you guys rather trust a company that is a $1 billion company that has, that has a compliance team of ex-regulators that follows the rules, that tracks every single thing their affiliates say, or one of these brokers, one of these regulated brokers, where all the affiliates are out here saying whatever they want, showing off their commission checks, showing off, the fact that they're signing up US clients and all this shit. Which one would you trust more? For me, it's not even fucking close. YG said, have you tried Funded Next, Roy? No, but shout out to Funded Next and shit, I don't want to fuck up his name. The founder of Funded X or Funded Next. Great guys. They showed up to the summit last year, had a booth. Just great guys all around. I don't know much about their company, so I'm not going to vouch for it, but I will tell you guys, the team over there, solid people. Swing trading sucks. Been in this challenge for months now. Salim, if you've been in this challenge for months and you don't like swing trading, why not learn another strategy? Why don't you open a broker? People ask me this every day. Josh, can they promise me a girlfriend? Brother, with the way you've been acting today, I think we all know why you don't have a girlfriend. All right? Don't make me fucking roast you again. Watch, the next thing you say better be intelligible. Okay? IMO was the best if you actually focus on the academy. All right, ain't nobody saying that shit. Okay, that's like baby pips on steroids. Let's fucking relax. Ain't nobody vouching for the quality of the education or them deleting the losing signals or making you buy the 15th fucking app because all the original shit doesn't make you money. We ain't talking about that. Okay, I was going higher level. Don't fucking put me on the spot to have to fucking call them out. That shit was trash. No one learned shit about risk management. You think everybody was blowing their accounts taking signals? Zero risk management, zero fucking trading plan, zero journaling, just the next third touch on a trend line. And by the way, how many people are teaching this multi-confluent strategy, right? Third touch on the trend line, 61.8 from the recent low, and fucking daily support turned resistance zone. Daily resistance, turn support, third touch on the trend line, 61.8. You're welcome. That's a $1 billion strategy. D-Boy says, calm down, TGIP. Don't fucking tell TGIP what to do, D-Boy. Says, in IML, my mentor was too busy trying to recruit. He didn't teach me shit. You feel me? When I consulted with IML, that's when they hit $1 billion, just saying. All right, Josh, you're going to timeout for 5 minutes. Wait. I'm going to give you 1 second because I just want to make sure I'm not. You're not being for real. Not about the billion, but about you being a consultant. Did you actually consult for IML? It says calm down, TGIP. Don't fucking tell TGIP what to do. Yo, Jeffner, let's get muted up, bro. You should interview El Sensei. You should lick the underside of my nuts. Imagine I do some dumbass shit like that. Okay, I'm an incel. You're funny, dude. Matt Chart, US 30 King. Didn't you just show up? Ain't nobody call you a fucking incel? But I'm about to read your message, and if I don't like what you say, I'm about to roast the shit out of you. All right?
Yo,
So
that's
ain't nobody even called you out. Yo, guys, stop fucking unmuting halfway through me talking. He said, I'm an incel. If you're funny, dude. Matt Charts literally has an article online about how he defrauded investors and never paid them back. His real name is you obviously don't know. I'm an incel. Bro, nobody even fucking called you out. And yes, you're a fucking incel. You're in the comments section typing paragraphs. That's a fucking paragraph. Okay? That's incel behavior. This is now shit about to be fire. But it's been fire. Where you been at? US 30 King. US 30 King in the comment section typing paragraphs about another man. US 30 King my ass, bro. Go fucking trade US 30, get rich, and go find something to do with your life. Roy, give him a timeout instead of me. Josh, you're both about to get a timeout. All right, you're both about to get a timeout. No, actually, the thing is, I don't even want to silence US 30 King. I just want him to keep talking. But that's the thing about free speech is that when you let people just talk, they expose themselves, and everybody else is like, oh. That's why flat earthers are never silenced. You want them on YouTube because then you just watch the video. You're like, bro, this is why they told us not to eat glue in school. Fuck. And you hang up, and like that's why free speech is so important. You never silence speech that's true. Okay? I'm only silence, or no, sorry, you never, I don't even know what the fuck the saying is. Everybody guilty. Everybody going to gulags. It says Tron says it's like kindergarten class in here. Yep, for sure. Except in kindergarten, they don't catch precision entries on one of the hardest and most volatile trading instruments in the fucking world and make it look easy. And keep in mind, making something look easy does not make it easy. And here's how I'm going to show you. Look at Usain Bolt running for 7 seconds when he beat the world record. Because he makes it look easy. He's got a straight face and all he's doing is moving his legs and feet back and forth, right? Just because you make it look easy does not make it easy. And so I'm out here, I'm making it look easy to entertain y'all and to catch the most precision entries of all time and to break down the producer price index in a very easy to understand way. 60% increase in the price of eggs in October or in November. I know I make it look easy. This shit is not easy. Look, they're just moving their legs back and forth. How hard can this shit be? How hard can it be? It was 25 years of him practicing for this one fucking race. Look at him. Look how fast he's beating everybody. Right? He's making it look easy. He even looked behind him. Okay? So making it look easy and it being easy, not the same thing. US 30 said, I'm bullseye, and you called me an incel. Well, now that sounds pretty accurate. Yes. I've exposed the political shit going on in Forex. You're included. How much does Q Banks pay you to promote top tier for the summit every year? They stepped up and became a sponsor, just like everybody else had a chance. But everybody who pretends to be rich, like you guys, are fucking broke. You're brokies. So the only people who will actually pay up are the rich traders. Everybody wants to pretend like they're rich, and Q doesn't actually make money from trading all this stuff. When it comes time to actually sponsor and put up money, no, everybody's fucking quiet and they're broke because they're all marketing on social media. So that's why they didn't pay me. They fucking paid for the booth, just like anybody else had the same opportunity to, except they spent more than everybody because they could. I called you an incel, kind of acting like one. Straight up. He said you're exposing the political shit going on in the industry. Bro, didn't you call Sway regulated? You called them regulated. Okay, so if you can't even get the obvious right, why the fuck should we believe the rest of the shit? If the very first premise you couldn't even get right, how is the rest of the shit supposed to be believable? I walk out, I'm like, the sky is green. Now, listen to my political take. Everyone's like, well, this guy's obviously out of his fucking mind. Right? I might have a good point here and there, but it's like, did he just say the sky is green? That's kind of a disqualifier for the rest of this shit. And then you go and push the scam broker while calling out scam brokers. I only make $60 a day at Sway, so your assumptions about me is irrelevant. I wasn't talking about you, but you're not going to buy a booth or do none of that shit anyways. I'm talking about all the guys that you're defending, all the people that you're fucking, that you're defending over there. A lot of those affiliates. You push top tier is the biggest scam in the industry. How the fuck do I push top tier? Bro, this is why these people are fucking retarded. Bro, this is why they tell you not to sniff glue in school. Yo, I've been trading on FTMO for how long, y'all? Y'all, let them know in the chats how long I've been promoting FTMO. And I don't have a single fucking link in my description like you. Because if I'm calling out brokers, I'm doing it because I'm a real one. Because I'm a fucking man, not because I want to push some scam broker. Right? That's the difference between me and you. Now, you guys let them know how long I've been promoting FTMO with 0 affiliate link just because I fucking use the platform. Tell them. Right? I don't fucking push top tier. He said, yeah, you're so real, bro. Q got you in his back pocket. Fam, it sounds like Q got you in his back pocket. Sounds like he got free real estate in your head. I don't think about Q on any given day. It sounds like you wake up just fucking Q, he's the reason why I'm not winning. Right? He's got free real estate in your head, bro. You're making fucking 45-minute videos about him. You're saying that I'm working with Q? You fucking making documentaries and fucking discographies and shit. You're saying I'm the one? Buddy. This is another ATL lady type. Oh, shit.
Yo, Bullseye, you got people coming at you in the chat, bro. I suggest you correct course before you keep walking down the wrong path.
Bro, he already walked down the wrong path. He was out there on public saying Sway is regulated in America, saying that these other brokers are scams, but Sway isn't. He said this shit. It's public.
You're getting called out for the same shit that you called out these other scammers for.
Guys, without proof, I ain't believing that. We're also not going to sit here and just fucking throw out random claims. I saw the video myself, though. He posted it. He said this dude Bullseye was a fake marketing trader just like the ones he's calling out. You can't talk once you're also infected. Stay quiet and also enjoy the live stream. I second that. I said that dude has his life right. Neither him or other fake traders can pass a challenge or get multiple payouts. They promote their unregulated brokers and talk shit about others as a marketing scheme. Well, that we know. I love how crazy our industry has become the last days of 2023. The industry is not crazy. Guys, scam brokers and scam prop firms and scammers have been around for many, many years. They just take different forms and shapes and sizes, right? And so whatever happens after this brokerage wave, the next wave with Sway charts and Trade Locker and that shit, it's going to be the next wave of this. And there's going to be way more scammers in that wave than there is now. All these prop firm affiliates, all these fake broker marketing account demo gurus, everybody, it's always been around. And if nobody calls them out, they're going to keep getting away with it and just rebranding their shit to the next fucking scam. I love how crazy our no. Don't be Fugazi, US 30 King, comment section, Wylan. I remember Bullseye was on Telegram and IG asking his followers for money. Oh. 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 Which broker does US 30 work for? Sway. Who do you think? Bro is a clown cake. He's jealous of Q. It kind of sounds like it too. From what I remember, Bullseye can actually trade. He's emotional lesbian. Yo, son. Yo, son, y'all are crazy. Son. Yo, Golly, read that fucking message for me, bro. Yo, I can't even read that shit out loud. Gee, read this message for me, bro. Read that message
I
from
remember
Tron.
Bullseye can actually trade, but he's an emotional lesbian, so he would have big wins and then lose it all the next day being emotional. No
Son,
comment.
it's not funny, guys. It's not funny. I love lesbians. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like you're on a high horse. But it did not respond to a single thing I said and just threw out some fucking insult. Like, maybe, bro, maybe you are acting like an emotional lesbian. You know what I'm saying? He's like, now I'm mad. He said, you're just acting like you're acting like you're better than the rest of us. But I'm not better than the rest of anybody. You guys see me on these live streams. This is what you get. What you see is what you get. I'm here just literally being me. All right? I ain't trying to be better than anybody. But unlike you, I held a US licensed broker-dealer license, a Series 66. I was a broker in America. So when I talk about things from an informed perspective, it's because unlike you or anybody else in this entire Forex space, I actually had to take the regulatory exams from the SEC and from FINRA to become a licensed broker-dealer and an investment advisor. So I can give financial advice and I can take trades on behalf of my clients. Most of you guys are running fake hedge funds, illegal hedge fund operations where people are investing in these things and it's not registered as a hedge fund. Right? So don't fucking, bro, don't bring this shit to me unless y'all really trying to get the can opened. Because the shit that's going on in this industry is way worse than these guys' fake marketing accounts and pushing some shit. Now, I'm gonna assume that this guy Bullseye is gonna go and do a bunch of investigative research. And so when you do that, bro, just make sure you get my good side. Make sure you get my good side, okay? You guys, if you guys look me up on Google, you might be more impressed than anything. My boy might come ask us for a job after. Who went and told him he was being roasted? How did he end up here? Johnny, we're on fucking YouTube and it's public. Somebody snitched because they're a pussy, because they like controversy. But yo, at least be a man. Who sent him the link and let him know we were here? At least be man enough to admit who it was. If it was you who sent him the link, just speak up now and everything is cool. And we'll be cool. If you don't get up and expose yourself, I'm just going to end these live streams and just stop doing them. So I need you guys to encourage whoever it was to at least, I don't call him a rat, guys. I'm not trying to fucking scare this person into it. Just at least be honest, because they probably didn't even do it out of malicious intent. They probably did it because they just wanted to see like the fireworks or whatever. So just let me know who it was at least, so I know, just so I know who it is. To be a broker, should I need a master's degree? No, you don't need a college degree to be a broker. You have to have a previous series licenses. You have to have the series. You have to have the general securities essentials exam, which is the SIE. Then you have to have another series license, like a Series 7, where you can give financial advice, and then you can be a broker dealer, Series 66, or you can be a broker dealer manager or oversight, which is I think 64 or 63. I called out one of his associates that also promoted Sway because he scammed people, and he said everybody does shit to get to the top. Everybody does shit to get to the top. US 30 King just threw his mans under the bus. Wasn't there somebody called Tron? Yo, can my moderators look through and find Tron? Find out who that is. Yeah, saying everybody does shit to get to the top. Yeah, no, just not fucking scam shit. It's a difference. Me being on these live streams every fucking day might seem like I'm having a lot of fun. But this is also like I'm not saying it's an obligation, but it's a commitment and a discipline that I've committed to. Okay? By doing this, I can show you my trades live. I can show you the strategy working in real time, so there's no doubt. I can show you my decision making, my patience, my, just everything while I'm in these trades. And I can just do that over and over and over again. And then we can also teach the strategy in the master classes. So everybody does shit to get to the top. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We don't have to do scam shit to get to the top. Now, if you're out here scamming, it's probably because you're stupid, because you just don't have the intelligence to go make something big happen. Or two, you're just a scammer. Like, scammers are scammers. Scammers will scam. You're either doing credit cards, you're fucking faking a marketing account. It's all the same personality type. Tron manage. Tron, were you the one that sent Bullseye the fucking thing? Were you the one that sent Bullseye the link? Jamil said I'm up another 1% on my challenge. Jamil, that's what I'm talking about. Off these buys? It says everybody showing up this morning. Jacques, I don't know who everybody is. If like Bullseye being here is like a fucking thing, it's like, oh, everyone's showing up. Like, brother, we've had real guests on the stream. No, I didn't send any leak to that scammer. Yo, I think Bullseye is just throwing somebody under the bus, bro. Because like, look, imagine I take Bullseye's word for it. Bro, your credibility is completely shot down to zero. So you could literally tell me who snitched, and I still can't believe you. You might just be trying to throw someone under the bus. Do you guys see the danger of fucking lying? You guys see the danger of just being out here trying to be you know what I'm saying? Just out here lying? Because it does not leave you. He's going to be trying to start a business in 2 years, and someone's going to recognize him and be like, wait, didn't you blank? You only have one name. The Bullseye still here is embarrassing, not going to lie. Bro, I'm so hip. Imagine getting roasted like this and sticking around. I'd go play in traffic if I was him. Actually, don't do that. That was satire. Don't do that. I would never encourage anybody to do anything destructive to themselves. US 30 King sold lifetime signals and then ran off. Yo. He says, I don't give a fuck. It's roasting. No, roasting is saying like don't ever disrespect me looking like a used Molly salesman. Okay, that's me roasting you based on your appearance and your looks. Me calling you a scammer is not roasting. This is a stamp that is now on your reputation. So go take that shit somewhere else and go see if it's cute or not. Right? It's cute to you. Bro, when TradingView and Binance and all these companies are at the summit, and you guys are outside shaking your finger, right? You and the rest of the scammers shaking your finger saying, but so-and-so's a scammer, so-and-so's a scammer, right? And the whole industry is in this fucking event. We'll see if it's cute. We'll see if it's fucking, if you're laughing, if it's adorable. Look, I don't give a fuck about the summit. That's what Alex and all these other guys said. And then every day fucking posting shit about, oh no, I'm not going to be at the summit, but come to my shit, right? Because you all want to fucking show up to the most reputable event at this whole industry because you want to leverage that credibility. But now you don't have that privilege. He said, Slim, the reason MetaQuotes kicked everybody off. Yes, because he made the whole fucking block hot, and he even got Sway kicked off. I'm surprised Sway even let this motherfucker be around. He got them kicked off by being a fucking loudmouth. Straight up. So imagine like trying to snitch on Q and them, and then you snitch on your own company because you don't realize they're doing a bunch of scam shit too. You're literally like, the fucking Tasmanian devil just going around knocking shit over, ruining everybody's day. Yes, I have no idea what's going on. Brother, I'm more plugged in this industry than you will ever be. Okay, so you can sit here and pretend like you know what's going on. You listen to the same bullshit they fed you that everybody else has been fed. You listen to Ryan for a little bit too long, right? He sold you this fucking dream. I get it. You need to wake up a little bit and realize what side you're on. It says you're plugged in. Yes. Have you heard about the FX Summit Conference? You heard about TradingView? You ever heard of Oanda? Binance? But you can keep saying the Q Bank's back pocket joke. You're the one who's mentioned Q 7 times on the stream. I haven't mentioned him once. So why don't you take his dick out your mouth and talk to me with some respect? All right, guys, I'm done talking shit to this dude. Go back to irrelevance where you belong. There you go. Go back to the irrelevance of obscurity. You dumb fucking cunt. That's it. That's my last one. Had to get that one out of my system. Ladies, gents, we're doing good. We're in profits. Okay? We're in profits. Those are all household names. Yeah, Marshall, and he wants to fucking, he's like, well, Sway is in my bio, so I'm plugged in. All right. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Guys, this is ridiculous. Fucking sent him packing. What's embarrassing is that he stuck around so long. Because it kind of just shows that he's dumb. He's not really malicious. He's just kind of stupid, which is even more dangerous. Nothing more dangerous than a confident, dumb person. You know what I'm saying? Just be like so sure about something and just so dead wrong. Fuck. Like Gavin Newsom. Right? There's a word for that. Sociopathy. Slim definitely jealous of Q. Grown-ass man is jealous of another man. Bro, you don't mention a man's name like that 55 times and then try to project your own insecurities onto other people, telling me that I'm obsessed with him and all this stuff. He's just projecting his own insecurities onto me. So everything he was saying, which is you're obsessed with him, he's got you in his back pocket, like all these different things, Sway got him in their back pocket. This is actually true. I don't have any affiliate links. Nobody is in charge of me. I'm like fucking Trump or Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't fucking need their money. I don't need their money. Just like everybody else needs the super PAC money. I don't fucking need it. Y'all got me? So that's why I can go out here and talk my shit. That's why Vivek can say whatever he wants. That's why the other politicians are bought and paid for. That swearing was just like an Aussie. Good on you. So if my Aussies are proud, I know I've done something right. Yo, I have screenshots. Bullseye was asking me for money/investments. Guys, I'm not getting in the middle of this shit, right? There's like legitimate crimes here. And the last thing I'm going to do is be involved in like legitimate crimes and like be in the middle of this shit. I don't give a fuck. I watched one video He has zero credibility, and so he can continue, he can keep fucking walking, right? He can walk, it's like a long walk off a short pier. But we need you, chart daddy. Moderators, kick him out. Don't ever call me daddy again, ever in your life. Have some self-respect. Sound like Bullseye for a second. Yo, the emotional lesbian one guy. I want to apologize because I actually have, I have some friends, in the lesbian community. I just want to say it's all love, and I actually love the lesbian community. And a lot less emotional than what they're giving credit for. So I don't think it was a good analogy at all. I just want to say that straight up because I know I might have thrown out a few hee-hees. Y'all know that shit was fucking hilarious. I know your ass laughed too, because lesbians got a fucking sense of humor too. I know we all laughed. It was fucking hilarious. But he was acting like a bitch. Okay? Straight up. He was. Okay, yo, screenshot. He was talking about we can sign a contract with a lawyer. It sounds like he wanted to get you into Trader's Domain, bro. That's the big thing down here in Miami, is everybody was in Trader's Domain. All right, guys, I'm gonna take one or two more questions. This was the most amount of wasted time that we've ever had. But then again, what are we supposed to do when we're in a trade? Like, if I was by myself, I'd have had to go to the gym. I'd have had to go keep myself busy. I'd have been working on the next class. I'd have been doing something productive, or else I would have just been closing partials or just messing with my account. So here's a phrase for your notes. Patience is figuring out what to do in the meantime. Patience is simply the art of figuring out what to do in the meantime. So while this trade plays out, a lot of people are like, well, you're so patient. You've been watching it form. I've just been keeping myself busy long enough to let this play out. You feel me? If we get Trump back in, maybe we can get that Dodd-Frank regulation dropped. Dodd-Frank is actually pretty useful. I don't know if we want Dodd-Frank dropped. All right. The '08 crisis was a very, very important example of why we needed Dodd-Frank. But I mean, they're still circumventing it. Like you see, the Dodd-Frank, one of the big premises of Dodd-Frank is a separation between investment banks and commercial banks. So you can't have an investment house and also like a bank, like a depository institution as part of the same institution, because they'd be mixing their money and doing sketchy shit and putting too much risk involved. So Dodd-Frank was a separation of investment and commercial. But then you start to see like Morgan Stanley as the investment house bought E-Trade. Okay, so not exactly the same thing, but close. Bank of America, instead of having Bank of America Investments or Bank of America Wealth Management, now they own Merrill Lynch. Okay, now you have JP Morgan as the investment house, but you have Chase as their commercial banking arm. So they basically already circumvented Dodd-Frank. But there's a few other provisions in Dodd-Frank that sort of protect and have an oversight over what commercial banks and investment banks can do in terms of commingling funds, in terms of risk exposure, and in terms of, investment banks have a ton of pension money. So the way that they invest has to be extremely different than, let's say, a depository institution that can create money out of thin air and lend on a fractional reserve basis, which means they can lend way more money than they have. Investment banks can't do that. You got the money, go invest it. That's it. Can't create money. You guys see the difference? What do commercial banks do? Commercial banks it's just like basically like your local branch bank. They're supposed to be a depository institution where you go and put your money in and they pay you interest for keeping your money there, and they're supposed to go and invest that money. Okay? But now, probably for the last 150 years, if you look at banking all over the world, we have something called this fractional reserve banking system, which means that banks are now the creators of money. So the central bank, like the Fed, incentivizes commercial banks to create less or more money. But real money creation, like the fact that the money supply went from $1 trillion to $7 trillion, was created by the small commercial banks, or like the top 7 commercial banks, but throughout their bank branches. Because when you issue a loan, you're not issuing this loan based on money you have sitting around. When you get a loan for a house that's 400 grand or 500 grand, you're not getting that 400 or 500 grand from money that was sitting around somewhere. And it's not from the total deposits of other people's stuff. They might have 100,000 on deposit, and then they'll make $1 million of loans out. Now, over the next 15 to 30 years, those loans have to get repaid back in real money. So it goes from this accounting thing where this guy owes us 450 grand. It's a debt on their books. And then you pay it back with real money. And so right now, commercial banks they're tasked with number one is lending and borrowing, because they're the number one lender for business and individuals and households. And they're also supposed to create money. So lending, creating money. All right. Isn't that crazy? And that's why it's not a depository institution, because if you just put your money somewhere and they're not allowed to use it, they don't pay you interest. The reason they pay you that 0.0000001% interest where they pretend to is so they can get around this fact that it's not a depository institution. You're loaning the money to the bank. You are now a creditor to the bank. That's why the FDIC insurance, the Federal Depository Insurance Corporation, the regulatory agency that provides oversight and insurance policies for banks that go under, they only insure up to $100,000 to $200,000. And the FDIC is not solvent. In case you guys really want to go down a conspiracy theory, go look up the FDIC's balance sheet, go see how much money they got, and then go see just one bank crash. If one of these banks crashed, would they have enough money? The answer is no. We're in a fucking pickle here. So long story short, these banks create a bunch of debt, et cetera, et cetera. They invest, they do sketchy stuff, and occasionally they go under and have to get bailed out, just like Silicon Valley Bank. Thank you for the detail, but my big thing is FIFO and hedging. To be honest, dude, I don't really know the benefits of FIFO versus LIFO. Like, I've only ever seen it in examples. I've never done it for my own business, for example. We just do accrual, right? We just go GAAP principles when we're doing our accounting. And so when it comes to FIFO and LIFO, that's why we pay a CPA, bro. That's why I didn't do accounting. I went into finance. I don't have to sit here and fucking first in, first out, last in, first out. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. Even though I read the regulation, the way you explained it makes sense. Of course. Like, there's two main regulations that came out of the financial crisis. You have the Basel Accords, Basel 1, 2, and 3, and then you also have Dodd-Frank. Dodd-Frank was specifically for the American banks, Basel Accords was for the global banking system, and central bank cooperation. Any other videos I should watch that would be beneficial? Yeah, let's go to our channel and find a few good videos here. You know, Marshall, because you watched the Trading View video, I'm going to recommend you a sleeper. Okay, this is a video that not a lot of people have seen, but you guys know that we're using Owanda's price quotes. Owanda is the largest regulated broker in America today, and one of the largest regulated brokers in the world. Let's go playlists. And so the founder of Owanda is a good friend of ours. The founder of Owanda, Dr. Richard Olson. The company bears his name because Owanda stands for Olson and Associates. Olson and Associates. So he's the founder. He started this company in 1995. In 1999, he wrote the first paper about electronically controlled networks for brokerages. The ability for all of us to be able to trade from the phone was invented by this man. And so I asked him how markets work. I asked him what I should look for in a broker and shit. And he just gives me these basic answers that I thought were basic, but they're legit. Yes, I'm wearing a suit. Yes, this is probably more than a year ago. This is before the first summit. And I'm in my old apartment. We were having issues with the Wi-Fi, so I had to run from the office, from the podcast studio, straight to my house to do this. And I had him waiting for like 15 minutes. But he explains this shit all the way through. Okay, one of my best interviews of all time. And he talks about how trading and markets are not like a traditional science. It's not a hard science. A hard science has a clear answer. Physics, there's only one way this thing will go. If I drop the egg, it's going to go down, not up. But he kind of explains markets more like the weather, where when you're doing weather predictions, there's a large degree of inaccuracy, and there's a high degree of, like, there's a margin of error that you have to include. But even still, the app is still pretty accurate, even though the weather is unpredictable. That's markets. Markets are unpredictable. You can create a system to get pretty fucking close, and you have to include a margin of error there because you will be wrong pretty often. And so when he explained that to me, he had actually designed a program that would track earthquakes. And he used the same exact program to be able to not predict markets, but to get ahead of markets. Now, Dr. Olson had the largest banks in Europe as his clients. He had Credit Suisse, and he had fucking UBS, and he had Deutsche Bank, and the largest banks in Europe as his first clients for Oanda. Y'all got to understand, he is the fucking man behind this. Now, why did he sell his shares and go start the Luke wallet, which is a no-fee crypto exchange? Because he told me that brokerages today are a giant scam, that they don't have to charge us all these fees that they do, but they do it anyways. So we're getting the worst end of the deal. And so he started a no-fee crypto exchange. They make money on fees on deposits and withdrawals, but there's no trading fees in and out of different assets. So I'm like, bro, he's the guy. So he also spoke at the last 2 summits. And now that we're in Dubai, I want to see him come out in person and speak to us. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Ladies, gents, great trading day. What to expect is most likely the market will just hang out here for the duration of the day. We're going to have a reset of phase 1 right before the news. And so most likely we'll have a reset of phase 1. It will probably come down and hit our break even. It'll likely push up for phase 2 during the news event at 450. And we'll be able to short again at 450. There we go. Okay. This is literally what's about to happen later. I just gave you guys the playbook. I'm gonna hit you with the I told you so, per usual. Is he coming to the next year's summit? He has to. The thing is, first off, Dr. Olson's unbelievably busy. He's a professor as well, and he's old. So traveling and just kind of hanging out for 3 days, not his thing. Okay. That's why he's been doing Zoom. Johnny Dollar says, thank you. I can tell you really care for the people. What gives you that idea? Is it the fucking 2 hours of, is it the fucking 1,000 streams of free trades that I gave out? Is it the unbelievable value and knowledge, even though I'm sick and I can't even speak and I'm on my deathbed? Is it me calling out the scammers and taking on personal hit? And fucking these guys are going to start to come at me and all this stuff for the sake of telling the truth? I don't know what could have given it away. But I appreciate it. Shout out to Dr. Olson for transforming the industry for the better. He's the GOAT. Tron, I'm gonna give you one shot, bro. Please be honest with me. Did you actually invite Bullseye to the stream? Like, it's not even no shit, because we're about to hop off anyways. But I just want to know, was he just legit 100% lying out of his fucking teeth and just trying to throw one of our guys under the bus? Walter said, see you later. Don't forget to invite Bullseye to the summit. I'd invite him there just to fight him. If we do a fight night after, I'd fight. Wait, let me make sure this dude's not like 6'8". How tall is Bullseye? You guys, does anybody know? How tall is the guy? He took my money from Lifetime Signals and provided nothing. So not only did he scam you, but he was trying to throw you under the bus on the stream too, Tron. Hold on, bro. You're telling me this guy scammed you. And then when he was called out and when we asked who sent him the link, he tried to put you under the bus as if he hadn't already scammed you before? Tron says you can take him out, Roy. I wasn't worried about that in the first place, bro. I'm not offering to go fight people because I'm scared if they're gonna win or not. You understand me? He looks like the Russian guy from Rocky. All right, well, I look like Rocky from Rocky. All right, well, actually, no. Didn't he fucking lose? Didn't Rocky lose? That last one? Ralph, not Ralph Dunger. What the fuck is his name? You guys know what I'm saying. It's crazy that people can make thousands of dollars just off your stream. Don't sleep on this, people. David, I appreciate the super chat, my bro. And I appreciate you always coming on and supporting. We all making thousands on the stream, baby. That would be cool. A fight night for Forex traders. There's already one. It's called Traders Fight Club or some shit like that. And I hate that type shit, dude. We're not fucking TikTokers, bro. I'm not trying to go out here and do like a TikTok fight thing. He's mad because everything I said about him was true. I mean, of course. The guy's a fucking clown. Look into this guy I've never heard of before. That sounds like work, brother. Just invite him to the summit to let him get roasted there? No. Guys, we're trying to keep the summit clean. Okay? As much fun as this shit is, the summit is our opportunity to make this industry legitimate. To make everybody step up their game, to make everybody get regulated, to make everybody stop playing these scam-ass rules. And that's what the summit is for. So we can't invite people who will purposefully start drama because that's just gonna make us look bad. I'm walking with Trading View through the expo, and a fight breaks out between Sway and fucking Q. Like, imagine that. Imagine how bad of a look that is on us. It's fucking embarrassing. Right? So if we invited him, I'd see him outside. You know what I'm saying? Lay him out flat for disrespecting me on here on my fucking stream, talking crazy to me. Fucking put some respect on my name. Take a video or two. Right? You ever seen the videos? I'll just be out here, FaceTime videos, smack him around. Say sorry. Say sorry. A lot of you guys are like, Roy, you don't really seem like the fighting type. There's only one way to find out. 4X fight night, baby. So apparently James is fighting Sai. So I'm going to train James to knock Sai out. And then whoever wants to fight me can come fight. Straight up. I'll fight anybody on this fucking stream except for Bryce. All right? Straight up.
You know I was ready to unmute that.
Brother, you know I had to check myself. I tell him I'm gonna fucking beat up next time I see you, dude. And I start watching myself. I'm like, some people got a long memory, bro. I really gotta fucking watch what I say. Like with these guys, bro. Imagine I'm at dinner in like Wynwood or something, and this guy walks up on me, bro. On any given day, I'm ready to go. Right, straight up. If I'm hanging out with my friends and they're like, "Yeah, Roy, you want to spar real quick? What was all that shit you were saying?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, a light spar." Yeah, fucking pieced up my liver. I have my liver hurting like a fucking alcoholic, dude. I was walking out of that bitch like I just fucking left an AA meeting. I'm just like, oh, fuck. It's not fun.
Bro, walking out like an AA meeting, that's crazy.
Well, your liver just fucking hurts because you haven't had alcohol in a while. Gabe says, I've been trying to use Luke, but I think it's not regulated in the US yet. It doesn't let me create an account. And Gabe, that's everything you got to know, my dude, is that he's out here not servicing US clients. You feel me? And so, yeah, I don't think that we can use it, but we're going to have a partnership with him for the summit because I want to process crypto payments for the FX summit. And I think they'll be able to provide it. So I'm not going to lie. I did get on a call with a few brokers yesterday, and they were like, bro, like somebody was telling us you were going crazy on the streams. And one of the guys in there, he was on the streams. He's a regular watch. If you're on here, you got me in fucking trouble. Long story short. But they were like, bro, what the fuck? So I had to defend myself. I was like, bro, I wasn't doing like a private investigator deep dive. I fucking clicked on the website and scrolled to the bottom. If these guys didn't want people to see it, how about you not fucking put it on the front page? Marshall said, what kind of joke you come up with when you're stoned? Shit, if you stick around for 20 minutes, you might find out. He says, what kind of joke you come up with when you're stoned? You and Bryce. I don't really understand. I don't even think Bryce smokes weed anymore. Bryce, you don't even smoke weed, do you?
Yeah, I mean, it was like I took like a 38-week break, and then I'm back to it.
Jesus Christ, bro. 38 weeks? How about you just say, yeah, I quit? The fuck was you 38 weeks?
Yeah.
38 weeks? How fucking specific is that? Bro, put the fucking weed down.
I counted it.
In the days until he can smoke again.
Yo, son, that's a mental illness, bro. 38 weeks. Just let it go at that point, bro. After week 3, I'm like, yeah, fuck, dude. I guess I just don't need this shit in my life. I was out in Dubai, like the second day, I was like, yep, I guess weed doesn't exist. I'm just out here fucking, you know? Now, whoever tells you don't go through withdrawals is capping. I was out here sweating and shit. I was out here just like, damn, this whole sobriety thing is kind of whack, bro. You're telling me this door is just a door? You're telling me this experience I'm about to go through, just ordering this food is about to just be this boring ass experience? Fuck, dude. People live like this? Right? It was uncomfortable. And then I smoked a J when I got back, and I was like, there we go. I'm like, can I get a fucking ham and cheese? Really? That ordering that sandwich was like a fuck going to Disney World. Bro, I don't know where I get this shit from. I'm really just saying whatever comes to my mind. These streams are gonna hit 10,000 viewers one day. I'm really gonna have to watch what I say, yo. I'm gonna have to watch what I say, or they're gonna get to 10,000 people because I don't watch what I say. In which case, we're gonna get canceled and we're gonna move over to Twitch or some shit. Said he has the audacity to remember how many weeks. I wouldn't say audacity. I don't even know what the word is for that. Golly, help me out here. Bryce, what word would you use for that? You have the what to remember that many weeks?
Discipline.
Oh, you see how he spun that, Marshall? He fucking Aikido'd that shit right back on you, bitch. What do you got? You just fucking judoed that shit right back at you.
Bryce, you're our new PR guy.
I got you, bro.
James said he didn't smoke during the summit, and his name is Half Baked. Yo, Bryce, you're getting called out, bro. No, straight up. It's a good ass fucking question.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh man. All right, guys, I'm gonna be back in just a second. I'm actually gonna just grab a refill on this tea. We'll hang out for another half hour. Might roll up a blunt. We'll see what happens. I didn't just say that on YouTube. That was satire. That was satire. Susan, don't kick me off. That's the CEO of YouTube, by the way. Now she's gonna see the stream and be like, wow, this guy's young, handsome, intelligent, successful. That's what she'll say. All right, guys, give me like 30 seconds. I'm just gonna boil some water, refill this cup, and I'll be back in just a sec. Power just went out here in Florida. My power just went out. Give me a second. Let me just double check what happened. All right. The stream is acting a little bunky. Let me see if I can reset this because it's gonna be hard to stream without proper Wi-Fi. Give me a sec. Let me see what happened. I'm gonna reset my router. All right, everybody. I have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna see you guys back here at 2 p.m. We'll go through the Fed news. I'll see you guys here in a bit. All right. I'm gonna figure out the situation before tonight.